Welcome, race fans. Outlier TV in the booth tonight. Robert Warrens, that's me here for Chrome Horn Racing Experience. 170 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway. These guys are ready to duke it out. We got a last-minute request here. Going to try to put on a good show. These guys have already just completed qualifying. Let's roll through the grid quickly. 18 cars in the field. P1, Schroen, Taylor on the outside. In row 2, Fire Medic Rick with Crims Ramsey in the outside of him. Tarzan Jerry in 5th and Quiggs in 6th. Wagner in 7th. Javruka in 8th. In 9th is Chris Farmer and Sumner in 10th. 11th is Ulmer and Kennison in 12th. 13th is Wirma and Cook in 14th. Org in 15th and Cresping in 16th. 17th is Flowers and 18th is Graham. That's going to be our full field here for this 170 lap shakedown. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to pull up some quick infographics. Looking at what we got going on. We got 3 sets of tires. Cold track tonight for Bristol Motor Speedway. Chris can't be here. We got a last minute request, so we're trying to get it done. And here we are getting ready to go. Green pace car is in. Away these guys go. Off to a great start is Schroen in the 79 machine with Taylor in the 1 car in behind him. .39 of Ramsey in the mix, just a little bit away. And single file, except further back, so these guys are likely to settle in. They've got about 80 to 90 laps of fuel in the tank. We had a second to do a quick research on some of the drivers in the league. We grabbed some points, so we're going to flash some points right now of what we see for the current ARCA battle that they have going on for the Chrome Horn Racing Experience. Couple drivers I'm not seeing in the field. Jaggery not in the field tonight, unless I'm cross-eyed, but got the 0-2 of Fire Medic Rick making the move on Ramsey. Getting around, grabbing that P2 spot. That 0-2 machine charging the bottom. You can see him roll in the center of the corners a little bit differently. Bit further back, we're looking at that 52 machine of Jorvika. Might just be chilling. Pass for the lead. Schroen and Fire Medic Rick duking it out. Jorvika might be just on the chill strategy. He's dropped 11 spots, but let's go back up to the front. Look at our battle for the lead. Beautiful looking machine, that 0-2. Running the bottom side, the 79 of Schroen on the outside. Going to be very hard to pass here, but drivers are going to want to get it done early, because as these tires wear, it's going to be very hard at Bristol to get a run. That outside line is going to allow a driver to protect the run, but that 0-2 machine running a stout bottom line. 39 of Ramsey in the hunt as well. We're going to go ahead and just maybe take a little different perspective. Diving down in the corner from the far cockpit view. Schroen holds him off. Taking a look at inside Ramsey. ARCA car is known to have high downforce, good grip, a lot of wheel input from that 39 machine hugging the bottom line. Gonna want to wrap the bottom of 3 and 4 just the same. Let's take a look at some of our drivers who's been the fastest for the last 5 laps, 15 laps in of this 170 lap battle. Jorvika in 17th. Looks like he's trying to flip the script on these drivers, but the top 1, 2, 3, 5 also in the mix of having fast lap times. Take a look at that 30 machine now. James Wagner moving up the field. Cromhorn Racing Experience, a part of R&R League battles. A few weeks ago, we were broadcasting a race at Daytona for some big money for these drivers, so we got to see a lot of these drivers for the first time. And now we're seeing them again in their home league, though. Interesting perspective there. Battle for the lead again. Go back up front as these guys aren't done fighting. '79 Strohan running the outside groove like a champ. You can see it start to rubber in on the high side. Ramsey looking to that second lane as well. I would say that if I was picking a strategy, I'd want to stay low as long as I can. These guys got to make it 90 laps on a tank of fuel. Maybe a little bit more depending on later in the run, as they're rolling the corners a little bit differently. Gonna look at the 80 machine now, a little bit further back. Mark Kresenping. Almer in the pits. Mark running some steady laps at the bottom. You can see the track starting to rubber in. Going up another position. We're going to take a look at the 87 of Org. U.S. Air Force on the side of his car. Good looking machine. 40 of Lewis Flowers. Looks to be working the bumper of the 84 of Wirma. The 84 machine running a little bit more of a defensive line on that high side. He's got the real estate. They're door to door. But you see that outside groove gets a strong run out of turn 2 into turn 3. Sliding up, brushes the wall. He's wall riding, folks. That's going to cost him the spot. Next car is the 31 of Chris Farmer. Currently running 10th, one spot back. In front of him, Ray Kenninson. Articac machine. And Quigs. He was debuted in the R&R League Battles, won Best Paint, and you can see why. That's a sexy chrome paint. Tarzan Jerry in the 10 machine, currently running 5th. Well, starting 5th, running 7th. Come on. Mediocre Broadcasting brought to you by Outlier TV. Make sure you click a like on the broadcast. Also, if you are watching live, you can click that gearbox bottom right-hand side. Watch this in 4K. We're giving you all that iRacing can offer. front of him is Justin Sumner, up 4 spots. It's a sleek black car. Battle for 5th. That's the one machine of Taylor, showing as a 25 in the tower on the bumper of the 39 of Ramsey with Wagner on the outside. This is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Good checkup by Taylor to avoid contact with Ramsey, but our leaders up front still duking it out. Going up front with our leaders, nose to tail. Fireman Rick takes lead over the 79 of Schroen. Excellent run for that 02 machine. You can see him working the wheel. Go ahead and hop in the cockpit of the 2 machine. Let's look at some of the force that this driver is experiencing. You can see they've opened up a 3-second lead over 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and then 6 seconds, 7 seconds almost over 6th and 7th. Well, I guess we found our points leader, Rick Shaggery. And if we wouldn't have used this view, we wouldn't have figured that out, but I'm okay with Fire Marshal Rick. Work at the wheel quite well. Let's take another perspective of that cockpit so we can see how much turn he's got going in. So let's take a look at that red tape as he comes up on the lap car. That's the 52 machine of Jorvica. Nice and slow as he tries to navigate that. 52 shuts the door. Needs room, but there's not a lot of room, not a lot of time. Probably getting pressure. We're going to bounce back to the 79 machine. Also looking for some room. Bounce out of this view. Look at the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Taylor has gotten around Ramsey and has grabbed 3rd spot. Showing gets the lead as he goes to the high side of the 52. Not sure if that 02 machine can get charging back forward. But once again, let's take a look at the fastest for the last 5 laps. Crescenting and Ulmer running a little bit further back at 16.9 and 16.12. Kennison just popped on there. Looks like everyone's running at about a 16-second lap pace. I'm going to take a look at now the fastest lap times in the tower. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see best lap times pop up. 15 seconds flat for most of the drivers. 15, 15.1, 15.2. So right now, last lap times around, we're almost seeing about a second fall off per lap. So pit strategy is going to be very interesting here. Should we get some green flag stops? '84 of Weirma retired, and also Graham is out of the race. 79 looking to put the 80 machine of Crescent Ping down a lap. I'm sure the enunciation that I have of 99% of these names is horrible. We got a cooler track, so let's take a look at the weather in the timing tower. 93 track temp, so it got a little bit hotter. Cloudy. You can see how much rubber that track is starting to get in it as we're approaching 1/3 of the race complete. 54, Lewis Flowers off pitch strategy. Not sure if he jumped to the pits after that. Looks like he might have pulled off. Back up. Check on some of the other cars as they start to navigate the traffic. It's Taylor in the 3rd spot. Let's see if he is able to catch the leader at all. And it looks like they are trading lap times. The tire wear very significant. Let's see if he is catching the O2 of Firemedic Rick. Looks like we're seeing a 1/10 to 2/10 gain per lap. As at 79. Has opened up the gap a little bit. 1.5 seconds, the margin. Take a look at the 10 machine. Tars and Jerry going a lap down just meow. Started 5th, he's fallen back to 11th, so there's lots of time in the race for him to bounce back. Beautiful facility, the great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway, known for, that hard, abrasive concrete surface. There's only a few facilities on the NASCAR circuit that have concrete. Back up. Let's take a look at the battle between 6th and 7th. Ramsey falling back hard. 14 seconds back from the leader. You remember him battling up front. Get a little closer of a camera view. He's got Kenningson, Sumner, and Farmer and Quiggs all right up on his business. Ramsey might want to consider an off-pitch strategy here to keep him in the hunt. Wagner in the pits. That camera guy's got to do a better job. There he is. Looks like he's grabbing fuel. Really about jockeying for position on track. It's going to be very hard to pass. Not sure if he is being held. Back out. Check on the other drivers. Let's check on Ramsey. He's got the 94 of Sumner underneath. And that's our leader, 79. looking to move on the outside. Big run out of the exit of 2. 79 Machine's going to clear himself of lap traffic as the 94 of Sumner looks to do the same. Ramsey closes the door. Let's take a look at our biggest gainers for the night. Kennison up 8 spots. He's running 4th. He's probably going to get that next spot. It looks like the 79 Machine, the 02, and the 25 are all just kind of checking out. You can see the one machine, that is the number 25 in the tower, chasing down Fire Medic Rick in that 02 machine. Wagner back out on the track. He's 5 laps down, so fresh tires bolted on that car. One car that does not want to see a caution is that 30 machine. We slide up the track, let them go. Tires becoming an issue. Very tough for these leaders to navigate traffic. 87 is on pressure tires. That's Org. Taylor is falling back a little bit. About 6/10. 87 of Org looking for real estate to get around and make use of his tires. He's got to run there as they come down the front stretch into turn 1. Taylor looking to steal the second spot as the 02 is starting to look like he's struggling with tires. Farmer and Kennison duking it out for the 4th and 5th spot. Taylor making a good move on the outside. The 02 has to lift, stop the slide up on the exit. Now you can see how dark that racing surface is getting. We are officially halfway through the race, and there has been no missteps by that 79 machine. Take a look at our laps led so far. 64 of the 85 laps have been led by the 79. One could only guess if the brackets of Shane means that's how I'm supposed to announce his name. But I guess we'll have to wait for the interview for that. Taking a look at some of the battles on the track. Taylor versus Rick, 4/10 apart. Kennison and Farmer, 6/10 apart. Let's go ahead and take a look at the battle between Rick and Taylor. You can see he's just hanging on to that air as there's still about 3/10. Cook and Ramsey, also another battle. A little bit further apart. See Ramsey in the 39. Cook in the 42. They have just swapped spots. Oh no, yellow flag is out. That is definitely not what people wanted to see, especially with some drivers already pitting. But, you know, shout out to my homeboy, Chris Schusler, as we got this last minute request.
Hey, what happened?
Probably going to figure it out, right? We don't got any cool soundboard effects, but use our OTV instant replay and figure out what happened. On board with Kennison. Let's speed it up a little. I'm not sure how to call that one, but that didn't look too pretty. We're going to back it up one more time for funsies. Yeah. Somebody has to call the doctor there. Back to live action. Wagner in the picks again. Definitely the strategy to keep bolting on tires. Doug Cook coming out as well. Quig showing as our leader. Getting shuffled back now as showing is now the leader with Taylor and Rick in behind. Quig's in the 4th spot. So the 59 machine might have been our LD, our lucky dog. Tough break as strategy was starting to come in for a couple of these drivers. I think the undercut could have paid dividends should it had stayed green. Lights are off on the pace car. They're getting ready to go. Outlier TV bringing you all the action tonight. Where the best stand out. Chrome Horn Racing Experience putting on a heck of a show. 94 laps of 170. One caution so far. By the math, these guys have enough to go the whole distance. Sometimes these caution laps feel so long. Looks like the caution has been extended one more lap as we're sitting up in the chopper. Not sure if we're going to see any energy from that 59 car to march up. The 94 Sumner in front, he's showing as 2 or 3 laps down. Good fire off by the 79 machine. Taylor wants to work that outside. On fresh tires, if you get a run, always got to lift out the 02 of Shaggery. I think it's cooler if you say it like that. Sitting in the 3rd spot. Great job by the 79. Kind of checking out. We're going to look from our other chopper camera. Shout out to TrackCams22 for bringing you all these angles, helping Outlier TV look way more sexy than it should. Kind of reminds me of wearing a Sunday dress, you know what I'm saying? Or do you? That's where we need Chris's. Ah, ha, ha, ha. 02 Fire Medic Rick makes a move under Taylor as he washes up in the corner. Take a look off the hood. Big charges from that 02 machine down into the center of the corner as he cuts the yellow line. It looks like the 79 of showing is kind of just like rolling a little bit more. And that's why he might have been able to open up some of that gap. Oh, he's got to run. See if he looks. He ships her. Slides up the center a little bit. Let's see that side-by-side action. Down into turn 3, side-by-side. That outside groove's gonna work. Oh, gets a little tight. Brush of the wall. Fire Medic Rick shaking his hose around the firehouse at Bristol Motor Speedway, trying to get the lead. He needs to get that clean air to clear and run the whole track. He needs to get that wide arc on the exit. Running that high side is not going to help that 79's tires whatsoever. Awesome battles here from the drivers at Chrome Horn Racing Experience. CHRE putting on a show for our viewers tonight on Outlier TV. Oh, blink, blink, blink. He's back. Oh, man. I don't know if that caused a checkup or what, but that 02 lost track real estate. I don't know if that's a leg switch. We're going to need race control to review that one. Good battle for the top 3, all within 4/10. Let's hop in the cockpit of Taylor and take a look-see what's in front of him. He's losing a little bit of drive on the exit. Don't know if he's saving. Bristol is an abrasive surface, and you do have to manage your tires. Car looks a little tight. Big run on the exit of 2. Woo. Little kiss of the wall. Seems to be managing his equipment quite well, actually. Bounce around to another driver. Check on the 18 of Almer. Not having too bad of a race. He's up 2 spots on the night. A lot of camera time for that 39 machine of Ramsey. He's running 8th. He started 4th. We saw him have earlier speed. However, tire wear got the little bit of the best of him. The 80 machine is only 1 lap down, so not for position, but Ramsey trying to make up as much time as possible. With only 54 laps to go for the battle at Bristol Motor Speedway. Deborka not doing a bad job in the 52 machine. Running 6 in that SRG Chevrolet. The 80 machine is actually in 5th. It looks like he's just on chill mode. Good job by that 80 machine to stitch together a good run. He's only a lap down, so he is the eligible lucky dog if he stays out of the crosshairs of any incident that could occur. The 31 Chris Farmer is actually in 4th. He's 6 seconds back from our leader. I'm not sure if he's got something in the take for them with 49 laps to go. But here's the battle up front. Top 1, 2, and 3, nose to tail, tight racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. Haven't seen the 02 charge at the 79 or the 1 machine make any hard advances for that second spot. So these guys have settled in. I don't know if they're locking into a strategy, if we're going to see something come undone. '87 dipping low. I think he Org is dipping down into the pits. Might be a mechanical issue for that 87 machine. 02 of Firemedic Rick waving his hose at that 79 machine. CHRE. I don't know if we're going to see a chrome horn tonight for one of these top 3 spots as Taylor gets tight to the 02. Sumner 3 laps down, showing that he has race pace of the leaders, but that off strategy with that yellow is definitely taking him out of contention. Take a look at some of our crank it up cams. Top 3 still only separated by 5/10. Back up to the action up front once again. We saw the 79 machine open up a gap the longer the run went. I'm not sure if the drivers have figured out their pitch strategy, made some adjustments, and are going to be able to contend with that dominant 79 machine. Looks like the 02 machine falling back slightly. Let's take a look at our points. 02 machine not in the points battle. Or sorry, the 79 machine not in the points battle. The 02 currently, Rick Shaggery is our points leader with the 59 of Quiggs. Michael Quigley in the second spot. The 80 machine of Crescenping is in 5th currently. We're not seeing Wheeldon in the field tonight. Kennison in the 14th, 6 laps down. He was the cause of the caution. Weirma retired. Ramsey currently running in the 7th spot. Wagner currently running 13th. Gentner not in the field. And Lignell not in the field either. So a lot of drivers missing out of the points battle for the ARCA series at CHRE. .34 laps to go. That gap starting to open up 0.6 the margin. We saw this happen on the first run where that 79 machine steadily just opened up over the cars in behind. Go ahead and look at the cockpit of the 79. Let's bounce around. Let's look at his wheel input. You're going to want to watch where he's turning down. This is really going to give you an indication. You can see he goes more of a full wheel lock as he gets closer to the apex. So you see him point down the car, more input into the apex, and then opens it up on exit. So looking very smooth, actually, but definitely showing some wear on the tires. Little family photo there. I normally have cats on my lap, but, you know, kids are a little old to be sitting on my lap. That's weird. Take a look at in behind. So we're going to look at the O2 machine of Shaggery. Big Hose Rick. Seeing a lot more wheel input. You see that red line tucked down. And he's likely got some... Oh, no pressure. Look at that gap. He's got 7/10 over the 25 or the one machine of Taylor, but you can just see how much more wheel input the O2 machines got in over the 79, which is causing that tire degradation over the long run. Go ahead and take a look at the one machine where, as you see, the 25, Quig's up in the battle. 3 laps down. He's making some moves. Something these drivers may consider during the run is moving that brake bias back a little bit, keeping the weight off the front end as they dive into these high bank corners. Definitely, woo, sent it in deep there. I don't know if that was the plan. Little kiss of the wall. Go ahead and look at the battle. We just had a pass for 12th. Wagner into the 12th spot. We're going to use our OTV instant replay here. See what happened. He got around the 42 of Cook. Up at full speed. 42 of Cook up into the wall on the exit of 2. Down the backstretch, making an easy pass for that 30 machine. Back to live action. Wagner looking to hunt down Quiggs, but Quiggs has got quite the gap on him. Saw Quiggs battling up with the leaders. We're going to go check in with our leaders. Paramedic Rick and Taylor duking it out. Looks like that O2 machine had a little dribble. Lost the P2 spot to the 25 or the one machine of Taylor. Tire wear has been a primary factor of how these drivers are handling it. Looks like the 80 machine of Crescent Ping still running a great race. He's a little bit further back in 5th, 2 laps down, but no challengers. Seems that the Chrome Horn Racing experience is really just about, you know, choosing the right strategy at the right time. A lot of these drivers are a lap down as a result of a caution. $19 laps to go. I don't know if the 79 of Taylor is going to have much pressure, because we're up on his dash. Or sorry, Shane or Sean is going to have much pressure. Taylor is in that 2nd spot. Super smooth inputs. You can hear the throttle. Yeah, that's some good driving right there. As you can tell, just smooth wheel input, smooth acceleration. Wait until the car's near straight, or the wheel is near straight before fully accelerating. That's what you need to do to manage these tires on the long run. You don't want to load up that right front, wear it out. But Taylor and Paramedic Rick, duking it out. We saw Taylor get ahead of that O2 machine, but Big Hose Rick back up in that second spot. 13 laps to go. This is winding down for the coverage of Outlier TV. We're the best standout. We've had the top three duke it out for quite some time. Woo, Taylor gets a little loose. Go ahead and take a look at Chris Farmer, currently running fourth. Great run for him. 12 seconds back. He's fallen off. I thought he'd have a little bit more. In that fifth spot is Ramsey. I guess the 80 machine of Chris and Pig has fallen back. This is a battle for the fifth spot. They're duking it out. 18 and 39. Hard charging, door-to-door action. It looks like the 18 of Ulmer is gonna get it done over Ramsey. Yeah, that 80 machine of Chris and Ping dropped back to the seventh. You remember earlier, he was in the fifth spot. It looks like, maybe that adjustment during the pit stops wasn't the one. Vorka in the 52, looking to make some late race moves. Might get this spot away from that 80 machine. Working the inside, he's got to run. Clear, 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 yells the spotter as he dives down into the corner. Good job by that 52 machine. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch the cars in front. Let's take a look at if he's got some speed. He's a little bit slower than Ramsey, so that's not looking like it's going to be the move. 6 laps to go. Ramsey and Ulmer duking it out, but Ramsey has fallen off a little bit. Wig's making a run. A little bit further back. He's got to catch the 52 machine. He's 3 laps down, actually. We'll back up with our leader. 5 laps to go. He's making moves through this lap traffic like it's slicing butter with a hot knife. Hasn't seen a lot of competition tonight. 79 Tracker. Getting her done. Wagner up into the wall, a little brush. Racing here. That's the 31 of Farmer with the 52 of Javrica. '79 gonna make the moves on the outside. Let's check in with our second place. Paramedic Rick Shaggery. Taylor a little bit behind, but the man of the evening tonight at Bristol for the CHRE's 170 is going to grab the checkered flag here. Adam Schoen. Top 3 are gonna come to the line. Might drive around one more time for good luck. Looking at that 79 machine, our race winner tonight. 147 laps led of the 170. Crazy feat for that 79 machine. celebrating his victory. Definitely where the best stood out tonight is that 79 machine. Heck of a show. All right, we're going to take a brief break, see if we got any drivers for an interview. Shout out to Wagner's Welding, longtime supporter of Outlier TV and the multiple leagues that we cover. So, a little love to them before we see who's rolling through the tech shed.
At Wagner's Welding, craftsmanship isn't just what we do, it's who we are. For over 25 years, Wagner's Welding has been a family-owned business built on honesty, hard work, and treating every customer like family. Whether it's custom truck beds or ramps, heavy-duty fabrication, hydraulics, or precision repair work, every weld and every detail is crafted for strength, reliability, and long-lasting performance. We don't cut corners, we build quality that lasts, because your truck needs to work as hard as you do. When you want value, craftsmanship, and custom work done right the first time, choose the team that treats you like family. Visit Wagner's Welding at 446 DeHart Church Road in North Wilkesboro, or call 336-670-3427 to see how we can get your job working for you. At Wagner's Welding, craftsmanship isn't just what we do, it's who we are. For over 25 years, Wagner's Welding has been a family-owned business built on honesty, hard work, and treating every customer like family. Whether it's custom truck beds or ramps, heavy-duty fabrication, hydraulics, or precision repair work, every weld and every detail is crafted for strength, reliability, and long-lasting performance. We don't cut corners, we build quality that lasts, because your truck needs to work as hard as you do. When you want value, craftsmanship, and custom work done right the first time, choose the team that treats you like family. Visit Wagner's Welding at 446 DeHart Church Road in North Wilkesboro, or call 336-670-3427 to see how we can get your job working for you. At Wagner's Welding.
All right, let's see who we've got in the booth here. Looks like we got the O2 machine. We're gonna check on him. Rick, it's Rob up at the booth. How you doing tonight, sir? How do you feel about that P2 finish?
Oh, I feel great. It's good when we have a strong car count. And sorry, I'm a little out of breath and a little sweaty right now. But yeah, but yeah, good strong car count, and real happy with the second place finish.
Yeah,
One
so
caution.
yeah, watching you
So
battle it out, it seemed like you had a little pressure from the 25 or the one machine of Taylor, and you had a little bit of, pressure that you could put on the 79 of Adam Schoen or Shane. What could you have done differently to maybe seal the deal and get up front just to that P1 spot?
I think early on, before that first caution, that first run that we had, when Adam was behind me, and I was behind the 52 car, I should have tried to probably pass high. I wasted a lot of time, lost a lot of time, trying to just run my line down low. If I'd have went up high, I probably would have passed the 52 car and kept the lead. Of course, Adam was fast. I don't know if I would have kept it for much longer, but yeah, that looking back, that's probably what I would have done a little different, was pass on the outside to try to save that lead.
Yeah, we watched that battle there, and it was kind of like a tough battle. You were kind of trying to pick off the inside. The 52 didn't want to give up the bottom, and then all of a sudden that 79 machine shot to the outside. Overall, kind of, how'd you feel the car felt? Did you find it tight or loose, and on the long run?
Overall, I felt like the car handled really good, and I had a lot of speed throughout the run. I had planned on pitting at lap 90, and the caution came out, so I
Yeah.
didn't even have to do a green flag stop. But the car was getting a little bit I guess as the tire was wearing, the right front was wearing, but still 90 laps was a good run. But I could feel, the right front going away a little bit, and it was getting a little bit loose. Hard to get back on the gas. I was having to wait just a hair longer than I had been. But other than that, the car was fantastic and fast. So I was real happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, great job by you tonight. I was looking at the points before we came in, flashing them to our viewers on the screen. It looks like you were the current points leader of the ARCA series. So you're going to be marching on with that points lead. How's it feel going into the next race?
It feels good. I like having the points lead, of course. And I won the championship last season, but I just really enjoy racing with this group of guys, and it's a lot of fun and a lot of courtesy. And Jerry at Chromehorn Racing Experience really puts on a good league, and we've been racing for a long time with these guys. So I feel really good about it. I'm more of a short track guy. I like the short tracks. Mile and a half, I'm okay, but we'll just take it as we go.
Yeah, I mean, great performance tonight. How do you? I was announcing your name after I figured it out. I was like, "Who is this guy, Fire Medic Rick?" For the longest time, and then I put the camera in your cockpit. I saw your last name was Shaggery. Is that how you say it?
It's Gory.
Yeah, well, it's my first time here. You're gonna have to give me some, some grace, Shagori.
Oh yeah.
But you were swinging your big hose tonight. You were definitely get it done.
Yeah, man.
Great job. Who do you want to give thanks to for your second place finish?
I'd love to give thanks to my family and first to God for allowing me to be able to do this. My family for my support, for their support of me doing this. My teammates at Chromehorn Racing, Jerry and Bruce and Quigley. Um, we work real well together, and Fire Department Coffee for their support. And hopefully I can keep on bringing this O2 Chromehorn Racing Ford Mustang, maybe even another championship. Who knows?
Well, it looks like you're definitely in the right direction, and just a humble thank you to everyone that you gave thanks to. I think that's super important. So, congrats on your P2, and hope to be
Thanks.
chatting with you again soon sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the broadcast. I can't wait to actually climb out of the cockpit and go and watch it.
You're gonna love it. Everyone loves it.
Awesome. All right. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, congrats again.
Thanks.
All right. We'll just give a second here to see if we got any other drivers that are going to be able to make it through the tech shed for a quick interview. All right. Adam, Rob up in the booth. How you feeling tonight about the 170 grueling laps at Bristol?
It was fun. It was a great race.
Yeah, I mean, I watched you. Most laps led tonight. I think that's pretty easy to see from a viewer perspective. I'm pretty sure I was butchering your last name the whole race. I was announcing it Showen, but you got the brackets there. It's Shane. So how do you say your last name?
It's Shane.
Oh, God damn it.
It's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, interesting enough, watching you race, we saw the O2 machine get ahead of you for a bit. Lap traffic played a factor in that. So you were able to make the move and kind of check out after that. Did you think before that you were going to struggle with getting the lead at all?
Yeah, he kept wanting to go around, and then one time I figured I'd not trying to say like I let him go, but I just wanted him to go by because I was kind of just running my race, and I didn't want to be pressured the whole time. But then we got into like trap or lap traffic, and he kept wanting to go low. So I was like, and then high seemed to run really good for me tonight. So I did not mind going high at all.
Yeah, I mean, there was balance of drivers where, the track was starting to rubber in on the bottom, and that second groove was really kind of working. One thing that we popped into your cockpit and just looking at your inputs, and I think that's kind of what showed, how your car was handling over some of the other drivers. It didn't seem that you had to use as much wheel input as others. So, would you say that your car was generally like, tight or loose throughout the run?
To be honest, like it felt even the whole race, like it really did. Until I have to say, until about when we got to about lap 85, it started to push. But other than that, I mean, it felt well balanced all night. I don't know what I did to it, but it felt great.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. I guess one of the other questions I got for you, since I was perusing the points, I didn't see you in the top 10. So, are you regular at Chromehorn? Are we going to see more of you?
Yeah, I actually just joined the league about a month ago. So I Thursdays nights, or sometimes hit or miss, but I'm gonna try to make all Thursdays. I really enjoy running with these guys, and I'm really glad they accepted me to join.
Yeah, I mean, one caution for 170 laps at Bristol, and didn't really cause a lot of carnage other than kind of like a solo incident. Is kind of a hats off kind of race. So I think Chromehorn's definitely doing it right. But Mr. Shane, before I kick you out of the booth, who do you want to give thanks to for your P1 tonight and your dominating performance?
I just want to say thanks to my wife for letting me do this. I want to say thanks to you guys in the broadcast booth for making this happen. I want to thank James for sponsoring it and all the Chrome Horn Racing for letting me join and having a great time with them guys.
All right. Well, I hope you go back and watch it, throw a like on it, subscribe to the channel. That's what I tell everyone. It's more of like a beg and plead. But
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it, and I'll definitely throw a like on it, bud.
but also just click that gearbox bottom right hand side. It's in 4K, so you can watch it on a big screen TV and relish in your victory tonight because you definitely had a dominating performance.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, well, congrats again, and talk to you sometime again soon.
I hope so. Thank you.
All right, we got our secret sauce from all of our interviews tonight. Shout out to Shiguri or Big Hose, Fire Medic Rick getting it done in P2, and Adam Shane for winning the race tonight in a dominant fashion. But before we sign off for Outlier TV, go ahead and take a look at our race results. Looking at our podium finishers, Dan Taylor, great performance in that one Pennzoil machine. Fire Medic Rick Shiguri, our points leader right now, looking to win another championship, and newcomer Adam Shane saying, "Hey, I got what it takes. Watch out, boys. If you let me stay around, I might be a championship contender." So those are our top three, but some of our race stats next is going to be looking at our top 10. Chris Farmer grabs a 4 spot. Greg Almner in 5th. Chris Ramsey 6th. Michael Quigley in 7th. 8th goes out to Javorka and Sumner 9th. And Tarzan Jerry grabs that 10th spot. Fastest lap was, I believe, that 52 machine. Insane with the 15 flat. I wasn't expecting that. Pole position, most laps led, no stranger that we spoke to is Adam Shane. Hard charger is Ulmner. Up 6 spots for the night. We only saw 4 lead changes for 3 different leaders and then 1 caution for 6 laps. But, great racing overall for Bristol Motor Speedway. I want to thank everyone for tuning in for Outlier TV. I'm your host tonight, just Rob Warren solo. I lost Christopher. I don't know where he is. I think his wife's got him tied up. Don't tell him I said that. And we'll be back live again Monday night for the R&R Wagner's Welding Super Series, 7:25 p.m. EST. Then again at 9:05 for the Extreme Forces Racing League for a big battle at Atlanta Speedway in the Gen 6 cars. And then live again Wednesday night for race number 3 at Vegas for the Wagner's Welding Truck Series. So if you got time, tune in. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, for tonight's show, and peace and love.